Hi, welcome. What up, y'all? JV Harris. Y'all know what's up. Welcome. We do all the things podcast / vlog, which is a part of the gray area channel that I have. So, yeah, what's up, y'all? How's it going? So today I wanted to talk about a quick little topic that I think needs to be addressed, and it's pretty simple. So, as of late, I'm sure you all have been, alive. If you are alive, I'm sure you've heard that there's a lot of controversy surrounding the whole trans movement, gay movement, and whatnot, because there seems to be a, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Burgeoning? Is it burgeoning? Is that even a word? Am I saying that correctly? I'm probably not. I just got off work. I'm tired. So this is going to be, I'm going to phone this one in for sure. But yeah, a burgeoning movement, I guess. I can't remember the word. Why is it? I need to eat. I always do this. I make a video before I eat, before I get food in me, and my brain doesn't work. And I do this every time, but I want to get the videos done because, like the sunlight is needed. I need this shit. This natural light, you see this? You see me glowing right now? It's because of the sun. It's because of motherfucking nature right now, okay? So, there's been a rising movement in the LGBT community, or people, I don't even think it's part of the LGBT community. I don't even think I wouldn't even put it in the same category. But there's been a lot of people talking about pedophilia, and pedophilia trying to be recognized as an actual sexual orientation. And I think a lot of people have a problem. I think a lot of people keep attributing it to the LGBT community. I have friends that have definitely attributed it to the LGBTQ plus and then on so on and so forth. There's so much shit. Community, they've definitely said that it's something that they're pushing, and I don't think, or I have one friend who says the left is pushing that, which I don't take that as wherever you want it to be. I don't know, but I think it's a fairly simple issue to tackle, because it's the same logic I have from when it comes to those people who like to bring up bestiality. So so often you've heard, I'm sure if you live in America, I'm sure you've heard someone bring up bestiality as a retort to someone who's talking about same-sex marriage. I'm sure you've heard some old white guy from Virginia or something hopping on a mic going, oh, look, I believe in love of all kinds and accepting people for who they are. But let me just tell you, look, I also believe in the traditional values that I've gained living where I've lived, and I must say that I believe that marriage is between a man and a woman, and that's it. That's how God intended it, and that's how I say that I agree that it should stay that way. I mean, if we start allowing people to marry men to marry men and women to marry women, I mean, what's to come next? Can I marry my horse? Can I? Yeah, and I'm sure you've heard that motherfucker. I'm sure we've all heard that motherfucker. I'm sure you can see it right now, him on a little stand in front of Congress saying that shit. Yeah, I've heard it, and the same thing I used to say to that dude is the same thing I'm going to say to people who want to contribute that to the LGBTQ plus community, and anyone who claims to be LGBTQ plus who says pedophilia is okay. So everyone in that category, I'll tell you right now, the one thing that stops it from being okay, both pedophilia, or there's many things, but the one main thing, both pedophilia and marrying or fucking a horse is, and here's a big thing that a lot of people, I think, that's why I did this video, really need to learn, it's consent. Horse cannot consent to sex. A child cannot consent to sex. Boom, we're done. That's it. That's it. That's it. Two adult men can consent to sex. Two adult women can consent to sex. A child cannot. A horse cannot. A buffalo cannot. A sheep cannot. It's fucking simple. This is simple shit. So I feel like a lot of people don't have a grasp. It's not that they have a problem with homosexuals or understanding marriage or values or anything like that. It seems like people have a problem with consent. Like they just don't get what consent is. Like, and I'm sure for men too, for a lot of dudes, consent is a very hard thing to figure out. But I feel like I'm doing a public service announcement for you all right now. I'm gonna let y'all know. It's pretty simple. One, if they are an animal, they cannot communicate with you, right? Right? Therefore, they can say yes or no to sex. Therefore, you shouldn't have sex with them. Okay? All right, that one's done. Children. Too young to consent. Too young. They can't consent to sex. It has to be an adult. It has to be an adult. So, boom, children, done. Oh, well, conversation's over. Okay, we're good now. So you see how that works? You see how that works? So I feel like anyone who's truly a part of the LGBTQ plus community is not pushing that shit. They're not. And if they are saying they're a part of it, it's I think they're doing so just so they can be accepted, just so they can be more palatable. Like, I'm part of this group, and you know we're trying to just be accepted. No. And I have friends who have pushed that. I have friends who have pushed that narrative that the LGBTQ plus. Can I please stop saying this? I don't want to have to say it out like that every single time. God damn it. But I have friends who have said that they believe that they believe that's what the LGBTQ plus community is trying to do, which is this is what we've been leading. This is their huge plan, bro. This is what all along. They didn't care about love. They weren't just trying to be accepted. They wanted to fuck kids. Like, yeah. No, that person wants to fuck kids, and they will do whatever they can to make it seem like it's all right. And it's not. It's not, okay? And anyone in the group of the LGBT community, blah, 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 anyone in that group will shut that down immediately. We'll straight up be like, no, you can't have sex with a kid. It's a kid. It's a kid. Sorry, bro. Sorry. So I feel like a lot of times, like, I've had to explain this to people so often that I was like, yo, I'm going to just make a video because apparently people don't understand. Like, I feel like it's not that hard to understand. It really isn't. Kids, animals cannot consent. Adults do whatever the fuck they want. It's not hurting you. That's what I don't understand too. It's like, well, how is John and Bob in their room getting freak nasty hurting you? How is it? And then that's usually where they come up with because, you know, the LGBT community is pushing pedophilia or they are pushing bestiality. No, they're not. Now, just because someone says they're part of that group and then tries to push that, that's different. But no, I will say 99% of the people who are part of the LGBTQ plus community are not doing that shit. They're not pushing that kind of rhetoric, and that's because nah. Yeah, the way I look at life is whatever you're doing, as long as it's not hurting anyone else, as long as what you're doing isn't directly affecting anyone else. And I say directly because indirectly I could affect someone. You know, if I like, let's say if I went through a job interview, I ended up being a better candidate and I got a job, which meant that the person who also went to the job interview didn't get the job, I indirectly affected them, right? All right, so I'm sorry. Sorry, bro. Sorry. But, I mean, otherwise, direct affecting is like, you know, like, for instance, heroin abuse. Heroin abuse usually directly affects other people. It does. You know, they usually a heroin addict starts stealing, they start lying. But so I don't really care. Whatever you do with your life, you wanna, even if you do hardcore drugs, if you can figure out a way to do heroin and not affect anyone else, not rob people, not fuck up your job, not be a detriment to society, live your life. I don't give a fuck. No judgments here. I don't care. Just don't affect me, and we're good. So yeah, I just think people needed to hear that because I keep hearing that come up now with sex trafficking and child pornography and all this stuff coming out that, you know, people getting jail time and shit for kiddie porn and all that other shit, and then you got people online trying to make it seem like it's okay, you know, and they're trying to pretend to be part of the LGBTQ blah, blah, blah community. So I just felt like I had to like try to get people to understand that they're not a part of that community, because if they were, they'd understand that it's wrong, because consent. I feel like a lot of us need to learn what consent is, and it'll help us out.